Hi guys, welcome to the part 2 of creating a GUI app using Python and Tkinter. So before I started this video, I already populated the image folder. So I added the images that I'm gonna use for this project. So whenever we're gonna continue working with our project, don't forget to activate the virtual environment. Now the virtual environment is activated. Now we are ready to continue with our project. So first, I'm gonna create the profile widget. So here, so that's our profile widget. And of course, as I said, I'm gonna use data class for object-oriented programming. Then here, the variable. After that, here, I will use tk.frame. This will help us organize the group of our elements or widgets together. There are 3 layout managers in Tkinter. Here, I'm gonna use Grid. If you want to learn more about layout managers, see the links in the description. So what this does is we create a frame and then we set the position. Next, for this profile widget, I will create a function that will handle loading the images. So after creating the load image, we're gonna create the generate widget. So the profile JPEG is this one, okay? Later, I'm gonna explain what this does. Now, to generate the widget, we have to load it here. We have to invoke it here. And then, we have to create an instance of profile widget object and pass the root. So let's try that. So as you can see, the image is not loaded, so we have to update our code. So I have to self that profile that image equals self that profile image. So I think this will load the image now. As you can see, it loaded the image. So we're just passing the image that is loaded here because it didn't load properly here. So it has to refresh, so we have to load it here again. So this is not yet done. So we just added the photo. So what we need to do next is to add the time. So I know I'm gonna use time, so I have to create another function. So I'm gonna use the current time. Here, I'm setting up the format on how I would like my date time to appear in my widget. If you want to learn more about this format, I will include the link in the description. And then we pass the local time function. And then of course we have to create the configuration of this label. So before I forget, we have to do this first. In the generate widget, we have to declare this. And also the position of the label of the time. So this is east and west. Then after that, let's continue creating our update time. So same here. Let's say 1, yeah. And then that frame that after 1000 self dot date time. So we call the self dot update time here again. So after that, we have to call this again. We have to call our function here. And then let's check. Let's try to run it. So here, as you can see, this is it. This is our profile widget. Lastly, we can optimize our code. Because we call this, it's refreshing the window. We can remove this now. We put this before because it's not loading the image properly, but now since there's the refresh, so we can remove it now. And also since we set the position here, we don't need to set the position of the time here again. So we can remove this and save it, and then let's try to run it again. And there we have it, the profile widget. So that's it. So the video is getting longer. We will continue building our project in the next video. See you soon, guys.